Hey everyone, back for another GT Sport livery talk-through video. So you may have seen recently there's a very odd story that Rokit looks set to sponsor Mercedes now they've left Williams. I think most people assume they'd be leaving the sport altogether, but looks like they could end up sponsoring the Silver Arrows, which I don't think anyone expected. So my first thought, as always with these things, is what's the livery going to look like? The silver and turquoise Mercedes look has already been spoilt somewhat by the Ineos branding this year, and I wanted to see if some Rokit red would ruin it even more. So let's get into it. So the first thing I did was to try and link the red with both Ineos and Rokit, two of their kind of red branded sponsors, and this just looked absolutely terrible, as you can see. So yeah, the red is far too overpowering and needs to be a lot more subtle, so ended up starting again and making something a little less in your face. So yeah, as I said earlier, the red for me ruins the Mercedes livery completely, especially because the turquoise of the Petronas just doesn't go with red at all. But one way Rokit could work is with a red halo. It looked great as a Lauda tribute in Monaco when they did it last year, so maybe that's a way they could incorporate the Rokit colours into the livery. The basic design is now done, but I'm sure you'll agree the turquoise is too much, especially even with the subtle red, it just doesn't work. So I'm going to try and make the turquoise more subtle as well. I've changed the turquoise to a gradient, not normally a fan of a gradient, but this just makes the colour stand out a little less, but still keeps Petronas happy. Still looks pretty terrible in my opinion, let me know what you think, but it's certainly proving to me that Mercedes designers are going to have their work cut out if Rokit do demand more red on the car. Just for funsies, I've changed the turquoise gradient to grey, and the first thing that comes to mind is the West McLaren. It looks so much better without the turquoise in my opinion, and I'm sure you'll agree too, but as Petronas are the title sponsor, I don't think they'd be too happy with not having their brand colours on the car, so for realism purposes it's going to be on there. Here's what I've settled with then. I've swapped some of the logos around, added some of the turquoise to the red flashes. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't particularly like this. This is the first livery I've put on this channel where I don't really like the finished look, but hopefully it's still an enjoyable video where you get to kind of see just how difficult it's going to be for Mercedes designers to come up with something that looks good, especially if they keep taking on sponsors that demand their very unique brand colours on the car. So let me know what you think to the design, and let's make something a little nicer next time.